sports, there are plenty of great rivalries between athletes at the top of their game in their respective sports, and they just stand out from the rest. In hockey, you've got Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin. In the NBA, you have Steph Curry and LeBron James. We've seen Brady versus Manning in the NFL, and there's another great rivalry that's been developing between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. These two quarterbacks have had their fair share of battles throughout their young careers, and in this video, we're going to cover each one to date. Welcome back to the Bills Bunker. As always, I'm Jake Varco, and the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, they're going to face off in the divisional round in a massive showdown at Highmark Stadium this weekend. I'm amped up for this game. I know you are too. I'll be in attendance, recording my reaction video. I'll have plenty of other content being released leading up to this game. It's going to be a massive one, so if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified every time new content's being released. You're not going to want to miss it. And if you like this video, I guess you're going to have to stay to the end to determine that, but if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, these are two guys that have a lot of similarities. They were both first round picks, with Patrick being drafted by Kansas City 10th overall in 2017, and Josh going to Buffalo 7th overall the following year in 2018. And although these players were drafted in similar spots, they entered the league under very different circumstances. For Mahomes, he entered the league in a spot where he could develop and learn behind veteran quarterback Alex Smith, and when he was ready, he could enter an offense loaded with weapons such as Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Meanwhile, in Buffalo, Allen was thrown into the fire in his rookie campaign on an underwhelming team that lacked offensive weapons. I mean, his top target was Kelvin Benjamin. Then you fast forward a few years to the 2020 season, and Mahomes has already played in 2 AFC Championship games, and he's won a Super Bowl. And in Week 6 of that campaign, the Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes led teams squared off for the first time, with the Chiefs storming into Buffalo and defeating the Bills. And at the time, everybody knew that these two quarterbacks would be stars, but I don't think anybody expected such a deeply rooted rivalry to develop. Now, this first meeting between Mahomes and Allen is the only game to date that's been played at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo between these two teams, and it's also worth noting, Bills Mafia wasn't in attendance, so what we're going to see Sunday, it's special on so many levels, and the fact that Bills Mafia is going to be in the building to see Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs come into town for the first time, that just makes it so much better. The teams will meet up again in the 2020 AFC Championship game, where Mahomes and the Chiefs bested the Bills again. They ended the Bills season with a 38-24 victory, and this was a miserable night for the Bills. From this point on, the Bills had the Kansas City Chiefs marked on their calendar every single season. When are we going to Arrowhead? When do we play the Chiefs? It just added an extra layer of motivation for going up against this team. The Bills finally got a taste of what it was like to beat the Chiefs in Week 5 of the 2021 season, when they blew out Kansas City at Arrowhead, earning a 38-20 win over the rivals. Quite symbolic, actually. Josh Allen hurdled defenders, and the Bills executed the perfect game plan. One they'd try to utilize again later in the year come playoff time, but we all know how that went. They fell short of that goal once again. Ah, yes. The classic 13 seconds and a coin flip game. You know the story by now. The Bills and Chiefs exchanged blows with 3 lead changes in the final 2 minutes of regulation, and the Bills had a lead with just 13 seconds left on the clock. It looked like they were going to go back to the AFC Championship game and knock off Kansas City. It really looked like the Bills were going to exercise their demons and knock off Kansas City, but Patrick Mahomes had other plans as he led the Chiefs down the field for 3 points to send it to overtime, where his team would win the coin toss, and with it, the game.
Josh's biggest fear.
Vegetables.
A coin toss.
Now this was a heartbreaking game for the Bills and the fan base. I mean, to have a lead with 13 seconds taken away from you just like that, that's pretty devastating. But that game changed this rivalry between Josh Allen and the Bills and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, because it showed that Allen and this Bills team, they have the capability of knocking the Chiefs off. And it showed that Allen has a whole other level that nobody had really truly seen on display until that point in time. Now, since that game, the Bills and Chiefs have played only 2 other regular season games against each other, with Buffalo winning both of them. And that's a great start for the Bills, but they're still looking to get that big win against KC in the playoffs. That is the hurdle that this Bills team needs to get over, and they need to do it right now. There's never been a better opportunity for this Bills team, being led by Josh Allen, to get to that next level, to get past Kansas City, because once this team gets past Kansas City, I'm not sure that anybody can stop them. That momentum that they will have from knocking off the Chiefs, it's next level stuff. This Bills team is on a 6-game win streak right now, but if they can knock off the Kansas City Chiefs and exercise those demons, I'm not sure anybody can stop them. This game at Highmark Stadium on Sunday Night Football is going to be massive. It's by far the biggest game to date of the NFL season. And I know you can say, okay, the biggest game's the next game always, but Allen and Mahomes, Chiefs, Bills. This game by itself is the single most important game of Josh Allen's career to date, because he needs to prove that he can beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the playoffs. You have home field advantage for the first time against the Chiefs in the playoffs. You need to take advantage of it. As I mentioned earlier, I will be in attendance at this game. I'll be recording my reaction video live from Highmark Stadium. I'll be interviewing fans, getting plenty of other content. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Check out other content on the channel too. Don't be afraid. I'm not a stranger. It's okay. But realistically, massive game, massive implications. So I want to know in the comment section down below your score prediction for this weekend, and just hypothetical question. If the Bills lose this game, what does that do to Josh Allen's legacy? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't yet, click subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Stay tuned for other content coming your way. I'm Jake Varco, and this is the Bills Bunker. Go Bills.